Hello and welcome to RC's Rail Fanning Productions. Today I bring you one of the next model train locomotives that I purchased back in March of 2023 at the Erie Train Show. This is Erie Lackawanna ALCO C-425 number 2405, or as model railroaders would call it, 2405. This is a highly detailed model produced by Atlas Model Trains, and I'll get into the details of it in just a few minutes here. It's a very nice locomotive, smooth running, has a nice horn on it, sounds very prototypical for an ALCO. The bell is spot on, as well as the Leslie RS3L horn. It's a little quiet, but it's still a very nice model with plenty of detailing. So let's get into the specs of this model. Starting here at the front, we'll start at the bottom. As always, metal couplers, always a good thing to have. I personally use metal couplers for all of my trains. They have the magnets in them, and they just seem to keep the train together a little better than the plastic ones do. You can see the snowplow here, and all of the air hoses and all those, the MUs, all that fun stuff. This little guy here comes down too. It can go up or down, depending on how you would like to run your models. One thing I don't like is plastic handrails. I've never been a fan of those. They always seem to snap and break off very easily. The Erie Lackawanna logo and the whole front of the locomotive looks very nice. Very prototypical paint for that railroad. And moving on up, we can see the beautiful ALCO cab. Standard cab looks fantastic. The windows look spot on for an ALCO. This locomotive does not have ditch lights on either side, unfortunately, but life goes on. We can see as well the headlight and number boards, both of which have LED lights in them. They work very nicely. And not to mention, if I didn't mention this already, I did buy this locomotive used. It wasn't heavily used, just for a couple weeks. The previous owner just didn't really like the locomotive itself, and he decided that he was gonna sell it at a trade show for, I think I picked it up for around $250. It's a price to pay, but it was by far worth it for this beautiful ALCO. Continuing on, we can see the class lights. They do not operate, unfortunately. They still look pretty good, though. They look all right, the class lights. And lastly, keep dropping my screwdriver here. We can see the Leslie RS3L horn here with the two bells facing first and the last bell facing in the rear direction. Very prototypical for this kind of a locomotive, and I like too how the horn is on the conductor's side of the cab right over it. Looks very good. First, let's get a 360 of the whole locomotive. Moving on to the side, I'll take some zoom-ins here so we can see. We can see the cab of the locomotive. You can see that there's a guy sitting on the conductor side, guiding the train along. The numbering here, and then the ALCO C-424, and the radio-equipped marking. Moving along, we can see all the panels and such. And of course the predominant Erie Lackawanna logo on the side. Moving towards the back, we can see the radiator here. Looks very good for an ALCO C-425. Looks it's very nice and detailed, in my opinion at least. But yeah, overall a pretty good detail on this. Moving to the back, start at the bottom, go up. Metal couplers, snowplow, hoses, MU, handrails. Again, this little thing comes up and down. We can see the ladders on the back to go up to the top. The Erie Lackawanna logo. Then again, the class lights up here, they do not light. But the 2405 number boards and the rear headlight, those both have a nice LED headlight in them. Coming to this side now, we can see more over the same detail as the other side. And again, there's the guy in the locomotive cab on the engineer side controlling the train. Overall, a very nice model. Focusing on the top of the locomotive, as I mentioned earlier, the RS3L horn here, and all kinds of panels, and the exhaust in the back there. You can see it here. Again, the radiator does look very nice as well. Very impressive model and well done by Atlas. Coming down to the trucks of the locomotive, we can see the details with all of the air hoses and all that, the air and all that fun stuff down there. We can also see the wheels. They have a very good electrical conductivity. Moving on to the right, you can see the diesel tank and the typical Atlas with the screws down to the package just for safekeeping. And one thing I cannot find on this model anywhere is where is the bell? I have looked at the cabs, I have looked at the back, under, I cannot find a bell on this model. And now again, it was a used model, so maybe it got broken off somehow, but I'm not sure. It was only lightly used, that's why I purchased this locomotive, but who knows. Moving more right, you can see the other truck here, and again, a very good design by Atlas, and a very smooth runner by Atlas. So now that we've gotten all the details covered, let's take it over to the layout. We'll show you all of its functions, and maybe we'll do a little running with a local with it. Alrighty, welcome to the layout. Now I'll demonstrate the functions of this locomotive. I have a sheet here, came in the manual, has all of the different function lists. Goes to 31 functions. My decoder, or my controller only goes to 28. I use the JMRI controller, so it's what it is. But let's go through the functions. 0 is, of course, the headlight, front and rear. 1 is the bell. 2 is the not the bell, the horn. 3 would be the sound of the couplers. 4 is the dynamic. 5 and 6, well, 5 is the auxiliary or emergency lights. 6 is ditch, which has neither of these. 7 is the flanges squeal, so I'll just show a little bit of that. Number 8 is startup shutdown. Not going to show that right now because just of time. 9 is the drive hold. 10 is the independent. 11 is the fan sound. 12 is the headlight dimmer. 13 is the rear ditch lights, doesn't have those. 14 is the hand brakes. Number 15 is the isolation switch. 16 is the air dryer on shutdown. 17 is brake set automatic release. 18 is standing valve. 19 is short air let off. 20 is the air compressor. Number 21 is the air dryer. 22 is the cab door. 23 is the engine compartment door. 24 is the reverser center. 25 is the shutters open and closed. 26, 27, and 28 are all notching features. And then 29 is load, 30 is automatic brake, and 31 is sound fader. So now that we have seen the details, let's do a little bit of running and a startup. Alright, so now that the review is done, let's take on the layout. Let's run a little local train with this 2405.
97.1. Track 2. Conrail. Equipment defect detector. Milepost 97.1. Track 2. No defects. Repeat. No defects. Total axle count 4-6. Temperature 6-7. Have a safe day. Detector out. 1, track 2, Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 2, no defect, repeat, no defect, total axle count, 8, temperature, 6, 7, have a first flow, detector, out. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 2, Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 2, no defect, repeat, no defect, total axle count, 5, 0, temperature, 6, 7, have a first go, detector, out. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 1. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 1. Equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 1. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 1. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost, 97.1, track 1. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle count, 1, 0. Temperature, 6, 8. Have a safe day. Detector, out. Have a safe day. Detector, out. Safe day. Detector out. Conroe. Equipment defect detector. Milepost 97.1. Track 1. Conroe. Equipment defect detector. Milepost 97.1. Track 1. No defects. Repeat. No defects. Total axle count 20. Temperature 67. Have a safe day. Detector out. Conroe. Equipment defect detector. Milepost 97.1. Track 2. Conrail, equipment, defect detector, milepost 97.1, track 2, no defects, repeat, no defects, total axle count 5-2, temperature 67. Have a safe day, detector